just see you the last words here. In fact, I'm going to speak about just the same thing in the end of this conference. And I didn't know that. It's a coincidence, very interesting. We think mega cities or global cities is the future to understand what is the Olympic Games, to have a better understanding of legacy. Anyway, I'm a member of a group that is trying to exchange information and knowledge, and with the involvement of the University of East London. So we have a meeting in Brazil. We have another meeting in lunchtime today. And it's a report, a short report, that I have to read because it's a collective position, what happens with our exchange of knowledge. What are the members? The members is the nucleus of research in technology of architecture and urbanism at the University of São Paulo. The University of São Paulo is the biggest university in Brazil, in Latin America. University Gama Filho, located in Rio de Janeiro, which I'm a member and a professor. And with the scientific cooperation from the University of East London. Well, we have an approval, a first approval of an agreement in terms of scientific and technological cooperation between the three research centers starting in 2009. Those teams managed to bring about some important events to exchange of academic work in both sides. After this optimistic beginning of joint research program, a video conference was held in March 2010 between the two research centers. That's some Portuguese announcement here, and transmitted live to all the 12 host cities of the World Football Cup for 2014. And we are very successful in attracting participants, but we don't know as yet what the final results. We don't know, but the attraction was very good. In February 2011, this group hosted an important event, symposium, a social legacy of mega events. It was held here in East London, shortly before the Summer Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. This event brought together researchers from Britain and Brazil. From the latter, there are, I will not cite their names, but with the direction of Roberto Padovano. Bruno Roberto Padovano is the leader of the Brazilian group. He belongs to the University of São Paulo. We were invited as guest speaker, presenting papers and participating in debates. A visit was made to the Olympic Park. We think this was good to put the people together and to exchange ideas how to transfer the knowledge. Finally, in 2011, last year, two more events was held in Rio related to the terms. The first one, Olympic London Symposium, Olympic Cities, Inter-University Panel and Base Cities of Sport Events 2014 and 2016. And other opportunity, the International Summit of Sport Sustainability and Sport for Peace. This was a very good day. We got impact, and now you know what happens. Those meetings are experiments that we never know what's going to happen, the final result. But now we have some information to give. Now in Rio, University Gama Filho was was responsible for the organization. In brief, the Rio London Symposium, March, had 32 Brazilian universities with 700 participants. This is a good number, and a good number for university. An unprecedented number for the theme of the Olympic Games and their legacy in Brazil. Moreover, this symposium brought together four keynote speakers from the UL, namely Alan Britcombe, who is here, Keith Gilbert, Ralph Ward is also here, Álvaro de Miranda, as well 18 other speakers from national institutions, mostly university and local government. Professor Gavin Poynter from the UL made the opening presentation with an online transmission. In my position was to present the reverse legacy. We were in the time that we respected the name of legacy, not anymore. I'm sorry to say that. So we tried with adjectives to understand the legacy in different ways in order to have practical results. Reverse legacy. In addition to this contribution, a special panel discussed the role of base cities in the upcoming Rio 2012 Games. This is very interesting because the impact of base cities were well known in England here. We never mentioned here in our meeting, but there are research made here in England about this. And we find that the same thing could occur in Brazil. So it's a priority now, the base cities. Base cities is other cities that they are organizing to receive tourists, foreign legacy, delegation for the games. The contributions in English and Portuguese to this symposium were well recorded in order to start up an electronic repository in sport, mega events, and legacy, another accomplishment now in completion and scheduled to offer a free public access in next November. What we learned, those events disappear in a few months. So there are so many that we forget them. And some papers we can publish. Yes, there are good results for contacts, but we need something different. I was seeing the proposal here in the last presentation. Information is the center of those exchange. We find the same way. We call it repository. It will be on the air, in the internet, in English and Portuguese in next November. We trust, we need this. This is the final result of any exchange of information, and maybe is the way to improve the knowledge. Maybe is the way. The second event related to the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, Rio +20, was held in June 21 at the Army's School of General Staff, designed to hold international meetings. In this event, there was a direct participation of 70 members from national sport federations and confederations, most of which involved in 2016 games. In addition to the estimated number of 300 online international and national participants with open access through internet. We don't know exactly if this is a good number, a good result. Anyway, the impact of this meeting was good because now we know that the presentation was good and for innovation in the area of the Olympic Games. Sustainability is one of the key approach to have better understanding of the legacy. from the UL, the invited speakers during the Rio Plus 20 were Professor Alan Brimcombe again and Keith Gilbert. Other professors from Hogeprost from Mainz University and Ferran Brunier from University Autónoma of Barcelona, and Ariane Reis, the University of Southern Cross, Australia, completed the international group of speakers. National speaker totaled 8 presentations with translation to English. What happens in the Rio Plus 20 that okay, we are presenting innovation, new approach, but and then what happens? We are putting all those presentations online next November in videotape, and in some cases the paper and the presentation in PowerPoint, in order to have a better impact. Now we know that the speakers were very, very successful in giving a new interpretation of sustainability and for the Olympic Games, and to understand better legacy. I think it's the report. I'm speaking in the name of Bruno Padovano, our leader. And I think we can progress with our understanding with the University of East London and cooperation between the two countries. We understand that we can improve this with a good scientific and international basis. I think we can have better results.